Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we are discussing the Patek Philippe 5905P-001. You can see this Platinum Annual Calendar flyback chronograph and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Patek Philippe 5905P-001. Launched at Bezel World 2015, this watch took the place of the previous precious metal iterations of the 5960. Larger, different in style, and even different in case profile, however. The 5905 is not simply a larger, simplified 5960. It is its own watch in every respect. On my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see one of the two 5905Ps debuted at 2015, the blue dial variant. Sits easily, comfortably, and with the measure of elegance. It is larger than the 40.5 millimeter 5960. As you can see, it's 42.1 millimeters across the round of the case, not including the crown or the chronograph pushers. The watch is not terribly thick, though perhaps it deceives a bit with its height. It's tapered dramatically, and 14.5 millimeters thick with such a rounded case flank and concave bezel, it will slip easily under a dress cuff, including the dress sleeve beneath. It's the case profile that really makes the difference here. Anything can clear this watch, despite being 14.5. From lug to lug, it is broad, 50.2 millimeters, and it has a 22 millimeter lug spacing if you wish to accessorize. Of course, this being a contemporary platinum Patek Philippe, you can see the flawless Wesselton diamond between the lugs at 6 o'clock, but what you'll also notice that the case profiling of this watch is distinct from the 5960, with fluted and scalloped case flanks to add a little bit of elegance and pair the visual mass alongside the concave bezel. The strap is a handsome piece, but simple, unbolstered, rectangular scale alligator leather, navy blue, with folded edges and a monotone stitch. It's calfskin on the underside, gator on the top, and it's paired with a simple spade-style, faceted and polished Patek Philippe pin buckle, also constituted from Platinum 950. Now we get close to the watch because we are done with the wrist shots. And you'll note some of the additional features that recommend this timepiece, such as Patek Philippe's now standard pull-tab spring bars. On both sides, you use only your fingernail to withdraw the tabs and pull the strap off, and then you can change the look of the watch or just clean closely between the lugs. You'll note that the watch has a flat and regularly shaped case back, so it avoids pressure points or hot spots on the wrist. And from this angle, you can see to good advantage the transformation of the case flank on the crown side of the 5905 versus the 5960. Here we have vintage-inspired rectangular rounded pushers rather than the pump pushers of the 5960. Moving into the bezel and the dial, you can see just how dramatically sloped, I'll use my hand as a backdrop, that concave bezel is. And of course you can see the sculpting of the case flanks creates a little bit of a prismatic effect. It captures and reflects light in crazy ways, dancing about almost like a flame surfacing effect. And when we move to the dial, you can see that though the dial has been simplified in comparison to the 5960, it is not simply a stripped down 5960. This watch has a degree of complexity, refinement, and sophistication that is all its own. For one thing, the hands and the indices create a much stronger aesthetic than the more delicate 5960. The 5960 had planted indices and leaf or foy style hands at center. Here we have a metallic rendition of Patek Philippe's legendary sector dial. As you can see, concentric tracks in polished metal, and then laid across them and actually cantilevered out to the minutes and seconds track, you can see faceted and polished white gold indices. So the sector composed of metallic tracks and three-dimensional thanks to the indices. It is a beautiful look, complemented by sporting style Dauphine hands rather than the more delicate leaf style at center. These are luminescent. There will be a lume shot at the end of the video. The watch doesn't have the power reserve at 12 o'clock that the 5960 has, but it does have the aperture style annual calendar. It requires one adjustment per year during the jump from February to March. The annual calendar in 1996 being an invention of Patek Philippe, copied by others. You can only have the original from one brand. And you'll note that there's a discrete double diamond or pyramid duplex index at 12 o'clock. Handsome and effective. You can also see how the watch has been emphasized from top to bottom, 12 to 6, using a vertical axis orientation of everything prominent, from the only one of the apertures to feature a white gold surround at 12 o'clock, down through the Patek Philippe marquee, through the hands at center, the minute scale and the AM/PM scale down to a third pyramid-style index at 6 o'clock. You will note that in addition to removing the power reserve scale at 12 o'clock, Patek Philippe has simplified the mono counter. You can note the loss of the hour register, although you still have 60 minutes, and the watch remains a flyback chronograph that you can restart and reset with a single push of the trigger at 4, with no need to start, stop, and reset conventionally. One of the features I love about the watch is that the vertical clutch system, which is a component of the chronograph mechanism, allows you to just leave the chronograph engaged with no additional wear, tear, or hazard to the movement. Doesn't shorten the maintenance interval. There is no negative effect, although if you don't wear your watch often it will run the power reserve down faster. But because the watch doesn't have any animation on its dial without the chronograph running, the addition of that vertical clutch system to permit constant seconds and continuous chronograph running takes on added aesthetic significance. You will note that there is a small circle just above 30 at the bottom of the dial, and that half of it is white, half of it is dark blue. That is your danger zone indicator, the period during which you do not want to use any of the correctors on the case flank to try to set the calendar indications. So not just AM, PM, or I should say properly, day-night indication for the time at center. You have your discrete danger zone indicator to tell you when it is dark. Simply don't try to manually set the calendar indications. Beautiful counterweighted white gold Lancet seconds hand. I love how it kisses the seconds track outboard. A beautifully balanced dial, opened up and spread over more real estate, more physical area than the 5960. It appears liberated with the absence of the hour register, the power reserve, and the extension of the indices right to the edge. It's big, beautiful, bold, and it matches the watch perfectly. And I happen to prefer this beautiful blue metallic Sunburst over the black opaline that was also debuted in 2015. This is my favored 5905P. Turning it all over, and you can see the other highlight of the watch. Let's try to focus in. We're looking at caliber CH28520. Automatic winding, 45 to 55 hour power reserve. Beautifully executed. It has both the vertical clutch system for smooth engagement and continuous running of the chronograph, and a column wheel system, which I'll do my best to show you because it is somewhat difficult to see in this watch, but you can feel the measurable tactile difference between a cam system and a column wheel. The operation of this one is more crisp. It's a greater pleasure to operate underneath the finger. Now the balance is notable on two counts. First, it features the Gyromax free-sprung architecture. You can see the double screw Geneva-style stud holder, and all of the adjustments to the movement. Let's see if we can get a little bit more aperture to make this brighter. All the adjustments to the movement are done by moving the bolts on the balance in and out to change the polar moment of the balance itself. Speed up, slow down, it's all done with the Gyromax bolts. Now it also features a Spiromax silicon hairspring for anti-magnetism. That is a modern era Patek Philippe engineering advance that debuted in the mid-2000s and gradually found its way to much of the line. It is a unidirectional winding system because unidirectional is more efficient than bidirectional, and also equipped with ceramic rotor bearings that operate unlubricated. It allows the system to operate at maximum efficiency, so you have the unidirectional system and oil-free ceramic bearings. You'll also note that the movement is beautifully decorated. A micro perlage in a spiral fashion at the center of the rotor with circular Côte de Genève, perfectly matching the circular Côte de Genève across the bridges. There is a engine turning or perlage on the base plate, and you'll note as I turn the watch flush to the camera, two features. First, the screw heads turn black because they are black polished and they do not reflect light in all directions. Black polish is the highest standard of optical finish. You'll also note that the bridges and the edges of the structural components of the watch light up, and that's because they are mirror finished by hands and rounded. They are not beveled by machine in a straight line, but they are rounded by hand, so you have that gorgeous anglage present not just on the edges of the bridges, but you'll note in all of the jewel and screw countersinks. Blazing away at a modern high beat rate, 4 Hz at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It's a little bit of a contemporary architecture, as this was Patek Philippe's first in-house automatic chronograph caliber when it debuted back in 2006. This is a sporting style watch. I would say it's more distinctly sporting than the 5960. barring the steel variants of that watch, but it is not truly an all-purpose sports watch, as you're not going to want to get this watch wet. 30-meter water resistant, so splash and rain exposure only. A handsome watch, a versatile watch, chock-a-block with features, with contemporary wrist presence and timeless style. You can see this Patek Philippe 5905P in platinum and buy it on our website. And we're back with the Patek Philippe 5905P-001 Platinum with blue dial by day. You can see fully luminescent by night. Check it out with full accessories on our website.